Hello and welcome to another piano tutorial. My name is KB, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how you can sound professional with the tools that you have, okay? Because a lot of beginners have misconceptions that they need more chords, more scales, when you just need to work with what you have, okay? You just need to play the things that you know better. So the first point that I want to talk about is the use of the sustain pedal. You wanna learn how to use the sustain pedal properly, okay? So the sustain pedal is this device here that we step on when we play, and its purpose is to do what the name says it does. It sustains the notes, basically holds the notes longer. So if I press down on a note and then I remove my finger, it goes quiet. But when I step on the pedal and do the same thing, I push down on the note, it keeps on ringing until I let it go, okay? So the purpose of the sustain is to make sure that your playing is connected so that it sounds like you are actually playing songs. So if I was to play the 1-5-6-4 chord progression in the key of C major without the pedal, it would sound like do you notice that as soon as I jump from one chord to the other, I leave like a tiny gap, like a space? We don't want those gaps when you're playing. So that's where the sustain pedal comes into play. When I step on it, I can now the playing sounds connected. So you need to play with the sustain pedals so that your playing sounds connected, okay? Tip number 2 is touch. Okay, so there's a bunch of names for this. I think it's not a bunch, but velocity sensitivity. So this talks about this. The keyboards or the actual piano, when you push down the notes, not with too much force, it sounds soft. So we're saying it has like a soft or a low velocity. And then when you push on them hard, you can hear what's happening, okay? So that is touch. So you want to use touch to your advantage when you play. Because when you're playing, you want to tell a story, okay? It's the same way singers are doing when they are singing. When you start, when it's still just the beginning of the song, you can't be over there. You just want to start here and then slowly ascend and then go down. So the purpose of touch is just to, so that you can have dynamics in your playing, okay? So you use this to tell a story, okay? So I can just start the song by 5 and then 6, 4. Now it sounds interesting, okay? It invokes the emotions of the listener. So that's touch, that's number 2. Number 3, don't play all your notes at the same time, okay? So this is the concept of arpeggiation, arpeggios. So an arpeggio is basically when you're breaking down the chord, because these are known as blocked chords or block chords, because I'm just moving this block of chord here to the other one, to the other one, to the other one, okay? So you don't want to do that. You want to break down your chords like it sounds like I'm playing different chords. It's still the same chords. This is a one. It's a C major chord, but instead of playing it like I can, or maybe I can Okay. Or maybe I can do the opposite. I can go from the top to... Or maybe I can play it in no particular order, like... Still the same chords, but that basic chord progression is starting to sound more interesting, okay? So yes, you don't want to play your notes at the same time. Number 4 is counter melodies. So what are counter melodies? Did you hear that? That's a counter melody, okay? These tiny pieces of melody that I'm playing within the chords, okay? Like... That's a counter melody, okay? So basically I'm just playing notes that are part of the scale, okay? So those are counter melodies, okay? And then another one, tip number 5, is the idea of chord inversions. I've taught about chord inversions before. So chord inversions basically when you take your C major chord and then you can take this C and play it on top here. You get the first inversion. You take this. So basically you're rearranging notes in the chord, okay? It's still the same chords, just that the notes are rearranged. That's the idea of inversions. So you can use chord inversions to make your playing sound more interesting. It looks like I'm playing way too many chords because I'm going up, I'm going down. I'm just playing chord inversions, guys. Okay? So yes, chord inversions. And then another one is tip number 6, grace notes. So grace notes is basically like, let's say I want to play a melody that goes, okay, on top of the one chord. And then instead of going, I go. That's a grace note. Okay, so I'm playing a note that's below or above the target note because I know that I want to play the note E, but or maybe I can even go. You see, I can. So I can do it going up and down, or so. So grace notes, okay? And then this is the last tip. For the last tip, you don't just want to play your triads like this. Okay, these are fine. But how about you play 4-note triads? Okay, so if I have a C major like this, I can even add a C, and any note that's already part of this chord, I can add it on this chord. Let's add a C. And then now I have this chord here that I'm playing with my right hand. It's a C major plus C on top. So now that triad has 4 notes, and this one is more interesting. Okay, and for this one, what I'm doing, instead of just playing the chord like all four notes in my right hand, like I split the notes this way. So for this one, I add this G. Okay, so instead of just playing the entire chord like this and having my left hand only playing the bass like this, what I do is my left hand plays the C and this G, okay, which is that extra note. And then I also play the actual chord here in my right hand, okay. So I build up on the technique that I already have for triads, okay, with the fingering being 1 and then 3 and then 5. So, and then my left hand is just 1 and then 5, you see. So this one is more interesting than just, okay. So what I'm doing is now when I'm playing, I'm including everything that I've discussed. Sustain pedal, dynamics, the touch, okay? Not playing all notes at the same time, counter melodies, inversions, grace notes, and then 4-note chords. I'm applying all those 7 things at the same time simultaneously to make my playing sound more interesting, okay? So if you want me guys to make a more in-depth video about any of these topics, just let me know in the comments section. And if you'd love to support this channel, the fastest way to do that is to like this video. And also, if you want to be notified next time we release more videos, click on that subscribe button and also that notification icon. We are also selling a pre-made course, which is a series of videos and PDFs that are well made for a beginner to be able to follow through and learn at their own pace. The course is only $30. You pay once, you own it for a lifetime. And we're gonna keep on adding more videos to that collection. If you wanna purchase it, all information is in the description of this video. Goodbye.